one of my most memorable hip hop scenes. We used to live and die by these periodicals, um, the source and rap pages, and that's all we had. That's all we had. So you would go and you would buy these magazines, and then you would just go over them over and over and over again. You go through like the big articles, hear about what the big guys were about, and then you would like medium, and then you get down to the smaller acts. So I'll never forget this. So I was probably, I don't remember exactly what year, but I remember that I was like one of my first two apartments. I was out on my own, like I was slinging a little bit. I was like trying to maybe live that hip hop persona. And I remember you would go buy those magazines, and probably for the average male, they would stay in your bathroom for the entire time, to where you had all your rap magazines in your John. Wouldn't have no decorations in your little baller bathroom, but maybe like, like some fucking couple things, but then you'd have all your rap magazines. But this one issue of The Source, I remember, I'm almost positive it was The Source, but you read it, and it was like this. The person that was writing the article described a scenario where they were walking into this act. The person that we're talking about, this is probably their second or their third album. I want to say it was their second, but it could have been their third, and like what we were expecting was something incredible. The only way you even knew about this stuff was through like the magazines. So the article kind of starts with this person traveling to this act's neck of the woods, and they walk into a recording studio, and they describe the situation being like, it was like being on the main deck of the Enterprise. Dark, though. They describe the lights of the gear. They describe the smell of smoke. Like, the person just describes the whole scenario better than you would ever expect it, and you're there with them. And they describe a situation where you're basically in this recording studio, and it's dark and it's smoky, and you're with them, and they talk about the music that comes through the monitors. And they talk about it like coming through the big monitors, coming through the mids, coming through the smalls. They're talking about it sounding like they were on Mars. Now, what does that sound like? And like, you're a producer and you're hearing people talk about like this, and I really wasn't a producer yet, but like in my mind, like I'm thinking like one, and they're describing this scenario that just sounds like it's like from fiction. So they talk about the song comes out, speakers just pillowing, and they talk about the sound that's coming from it, and they sound like it. They say it literally sounds like they're on the moon. That's not a description of rap music that would have really come out at that time. So like, what is this? What's the song that's playing? So I always remember this as being one of the most anticipated things I ever wanted to hear in my whole life. It was Elevators by Outkast. And it is everything that they describe it to be when you first hear it. It sounds like you're on the main deck, on the Enterprise, when you hear the hum of the equipment, which might be a key or a chord, and then you hear them talking over the speaker, over the intercom, over the spaceship that you're on. And that's how that song came across. To me, I probably have 10 moments in life where the fuck I was when I heard a song. Elevators is probably one of the most anticipating for me. Number 2 would be an afternoon. I came home, hadn't made my first album yet, and so I'm still, in that phase where I'm listening and shit. And there's an interview with Daz and Kurupt, and they might have been at Disneyland, but the beat for Reality is playing, which is the drums from the Oberheim, the Friends, the boom boom pop, boom pop, boom boom pop, without the and like, so drums guide my life, so I'm just hearing that Friends kick from that Oberheim DMX just going boom boom pop, boom pop. And I probably watched that clip with Daz and Kurupt at Disneyland with a mic with the instrumental to Reality before Dogg Food would come out, and thinking, oh, I can't wait. I cannot wait. That was probably the biggest moment. Anticipation for the Dogg Food album was that. I can't wait. Once I heard that Reality, man. In this next clip, I'm going to dish everything I know about the Dogg Pound album. And don't think that I'm so far from Daz and Kurupt that, like, our worlds haven't crossed. Our worlds have crossed. Met Kurupt a bunch of times, and Kurupt's always been I'll get you on the next clip.
Bounce. Knock 'em out, Chris. Knock 'em out. Bounce. Knock 'em out, Chris. Knock 'em out.